Race number 6 on the card kicks off the last pick 3 on the afternoon. This is a middle stakes over 1600 meters. 15:45 is the time you need to get those bets on for race number 6. And in the middle stakes, we have quite a big field that line up for this event. 13 horses at the time of recording. And as we always warn you, please do take note of jockey changes, scratch-ins, any betting moves prior to race time before making your final decision on your selection in the race. Now, in race number 6 on the card, my top choice is going to be number 8, Van Hunks. Now, I know he's a horse that hasn't won over 1600. His only win to date has come over 1400. It's been some time since that win, 423 days to be exact, when he beat you-know-who. He was an even money shot on that day, and he just got the job done. Now, Van Hunks, I think he's come down to the right mark of 80. Last time out, he was pipped late on in the day behind stable companion Night Ruler. But in saying that, now over 1600 meters back at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, it is a stronger race, 10 points in terms of the average rating higher than what it was last time out, but he only carries 54 kgs on the back. Richard Fourie is back in the irons, and Richard has built up a good relationship with this individual. He's drawn out wide in gate number 8, but that's not a concern for me because I think he'll get a decent toe into the race. And if he just settles in the run-in and isn't too keen, I think that Van Hunks could be a tough nut to crack here. He's a horse that I know that they thought quite a bit of in his early days, but he's been a touch disappointing. He's only a one-time winner to date, but I think that this could be the right race for him to get that second win. He does take on a competitive field, but I think Van Hunks could bounce back to some of his better form, and he's going to be a place accumulator banker for me in the 6th race on the card in what looks to be an ultra-competitive race. Sheldon, what's your take on the race? Shavut, your top choice?
I'm leaning towards number 8, Van Hunks, just from number 9, Shavut. The reason being, as you mentioned, 54 kilograms on his back. It is his 3rd run back after rest, and I think he probably needed gelding. So earlier on, he was probably quite immature, a little bit coltish, and wasn't really putting it together. So the team put their heads together. They said, let's geld him, give him a nice little break, and his comeback runs have been very, very good. He finished 5th, 2.3 lengths to Sundazed, and then you touched on that last effort. As you mentioned, he is jumping up in company, so that is a slight concern, but the stable's going to have him spot on for the day. So I'll lean narrowly with number 8, Van Hunks. Number 9, Shavut's a horse I've always held in very, very high regard. He beat Mandala Effect very impressively in his penultimate run, and on that occasion, he didn't go up from an 82, he stayed in 82. And I think he can be quite competitive. And then there's one horse that I want to throw in at a big price, number 7, Global Alley, who is returning from a long rest, 14 weeks off the track. This is a horse that I believe could run a big race here. Did achieve a 90s, down 2 points from the last few runs. Liam Kotwa for the Brett Crawford stable. What do you make of number 7, Global Alley? Would you be able to throw him into the exactas and the trifectas?
Absolutely. Last time out, I thought he would be a big runner in that race. We ran behind Steinbeck, and slightly disappointing, but I think Global Alley could give a really good account of himself here. 58 kgs on the back. He's distance suited, so that is certainly key here because he's dropping in trip from 1800 back to the 1600, and I think the 1600 could certainly eke some improvement out from this individual. So it's fair to say that Global Alley does look to be the value horse in the race at 14-1 in the market.
Yes, 14-1 looks to be the value in the contest. So Raheel and I, we're going to go number 8, Van Hunks, and number 9, Shavut. They're the two horses that we'll be leaning towards. And then the Global Alley is no doubt the value, number 7 at 14-1. Throw him into all of your bets and maybe even a little bit of each way wager if he comes back fit and firing.